You are listening to the Confidence Chronicles podcast, episode number 45.
Hola, hola. It's your girl Erica from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start reclaiming your confidence. Start standing in your fully expressed self. As you are, as is, no filter needed. You are fucking awesome. I am here to remind you I'm a confidence coach and I'm a bold stand for confidence, and I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you. Hello, my darling. Welcome back. I am so pumped you're here, and thank you for choosing to listen to my podcast once again, or if it's your first time, welcome, sister or brother, because I'm getting a lot of males listening to the podcast. How do I know? Because you're messaging me, dudes. Thank you, guys. And some of the wives or girlfriends or sisters have said, hey, my brother listens to the podcast too. And so I just wanted to give you a shout out. If you are a male and you're listening, I am a confidence coach for women, but I don't want you to feel weird listening to my podcast, because I do think that all of these things that we talk about and the concepts and the lessons and the ideas and the tips and tricks and tips and all of it can work for any human being. I just decided to niche into women because that's my jam and I love it. But thank you if you are listening. I so appreciate you choosing this podcast. And I really am excited because I get to do my favorite work in the whole wide world and talk to you all daily about this. Because literally, I like I say in the podcast, I go to bed at night thinking about you and thinking about how this podcast impacts you, and it freaking lights me up. So today's podcast episode is all about reacting, and I need to just give you a disclaimer. And I usually say this because y'all know I try to keep it real as I can. And although that today we're going to talk about reacting and, how to stop reacting and not being so reactive with anger or with moments of things that happen and reacting to everything, I need to let you know this is not a fucking area I have mastered, okay? So why are you talking about it, bitch? Why are you talking about this shit if you haven't mastered it? I'm talking about it because it is on the way to being mastered, and I have seen massive, massive, massive progress with myself in my own life currently, recently, by some of the tips and things that I've been doing. And so I thought, I know myself. I know where I used to be, and I know where I'm at now. And my husband and my friends and my mother-in-law and people are commenting like, hey, you handled that way better. Or, it's all motherhood, by the way. So my situation is motherhood. Your situation may be other people, pissing you off and you react. Your situation may be your mother-in-law. Your situation may be traffic, whatever. Mine is motherhood. So for me, I know that I'm getting better at this. And I'm like, you know what? I don't need to wait until I have achieved something, or I don't need to wait until when I'm that, then I can share this. That's not how I roll. I'm real. I'm raw. I tell you the real shit, and I'm in the journey myself. And all the stuff I talk about on the podcast, I talk to myself as well, because I haven't gotten to any final destination. Remember, confidence is a practice. This whole work is a practice that you commit to lifelong. So I want to talk to you about reacting, and I use that word really on purpose, because when we react, it's something that is triggering us, and we're making a choice to usually unconsciously do something. So we have action, we have inaction, we have reaction. And so today we're talking about reaction. And here's how it looks, and here's what I want to explain to you. This happened recently to me. We have a neighbor. God bless our neighbor. Seriously. She parks her car really close to us, like really close. And she doesn't abide by kind of like, the guidelines of parking. And she doesn't have kids, she doesn't have any car seats or babies or anything like that. She comes in and out, and we can't get our kids out of the car. So sometimes she's so close that literally there's a brick wall in her car, and I'm like squeezing my way out. And the baby was sleeping one day, and mothers out there, y'all feel me. When your baby's sleeping, you're trying to transfer them for the night home. And I opened the door. I was like, okay, this is a tight squeeze, but I'm going to get him out. I'm going to think positive shit about this. This is going to end really well. And literally, I pulled him out of the infant car seat, rear facing, which is annoying. And I backed into her rear view mirror with my back, but like hard, because I was trying to be all quiet and strategic. And it fucking hurt so bad. And I got so pissed off. Like, it felt almost like I didn't intentionally go into this, but I did. It was just so fast that it felt like it just happened to me, this anger. It didn't happen to me. I chose it. But I'm so used to, my body's so conditioned to reacting. And so how I reacted was how I would always react with anger. And I got so angry and said some bad words. Of course, the baby, felt me getting hit or felt my anger. It got up. It was a hot fucking mess. And then I used that for the whole night to be pissed off and be like, this is ridiculous, and I'm fucking that neighbor, and she doesn't know. Of course she doesn't know. She doesn't have kids. And even though we've told her and left her letters and tried to speak to her in person, she still doesn't get it. Why? Maybe she's here to teach me a fucking lesson about chilling out, about having compassion, about allowing and loving what is, and all the work I tell y'all to do on the podcast. Thank you, neighbor, who I don't know her name, but she is definitely my lesson. She's here to teach me about my anger, like my toddler is. So there is a way that I could have handled it, and there's another way. There's reacting. And it does nothing when we react. One of my mentors used to say, and I think I said it in the last podcast, when your emotions are high, intelligence is low. So when you're really fucking pissed off and angry and reacting, you say shit you don't mean, you do things you don't want to do, and you just go out of control. It's almost like you lose yourself. And so I really wanted to share with you today some of the things that have helped me. And as I said, mine is motherhood, meaning I'm not able to be with what is, meaning my kid's supposed to be in bed, air quotes, at 7:30 or 8 o'clock so that I could chill the fuck out after a long day of driving and working and clients and motherhood and life, right? And so I want to chill. So it's 8 o'clock or 8:30. And in my head, Dr. Shefeli, who is amazing, and I've talked about her before, she wrote the book, The Conscious Parent. And as she would say, my what does she call it? My daydream, or my what does she call it? She doesn't call it my daydream. She goes, you're living in this fantasy. That's what she says. Your fantasy is that you would love these motherfuckers to be sleeping. Your fantasy is your son is asleep. You're at home, it's 8:30, you can chill with your husband, have some sexy time, have some chat, have dinner, enjoy your night, and chill out and check out of motherhood duties. She says, that's my fantasy. But the reality is, he's up, the fucking kids are up, or the kid is up, and the reality is, he's not sleeping. Doesn't matter if he should be sleeping, or he should have been this, or he should have been that, or I want to do this. Doesn't matter, because guess what? The reality is the motherfuckers are up. You know what I'm saying? So then she says, now from this current reality, which is my kid is up, what do you want to do now? What's your next action step? Versus my action step before was to chill out, and watch a documentary on Netflix, or, hang out with my husband, or have some sexy time, and now I'm trying to still do that with the current reality that has changed. Does that make sense? So currently, now, baby's up. And I'm still trying to do the fun stuff, even though he's up. I can't. So I'm living in this fucking pissed off mode where I'm like, I'm not okay with the current reality of what is. And this is what is. Guess what? He's up. Now what? Now I got to shift what I'm wanting to do and be with that. And so that would look like me going, okay, Raven, why are you up? What do you need? What does he need? Well, he's up. He's tired. He's hungry. He has to pee. He wants you to lay with him. He wants you to be with him. It's as annoying as hell it is to me as a mother who wants to chill the fuck out with my husband, and as annoying it is to my husband as well. That's what's going on. So I could fight it, and I could react, and I could yell, and I could scream, and I could make a big fuss, but homeboy is still up. And worse, if I yell and scream, he's up more and he's getting his own emotions involved. Now my whole drama story is wrapped up with everybody. Does that make sense? Now, I'm not saying it's right that he's up or it's wrong that he's up. None of that. What I'm saying is when I'm reacting to the situation that is, I'm living in that fantasy, as Dr. Shefeli says, and the reality is what it is. And so can you now be with the reality and act from that place, not act from the fantasy? Y'all, this shit, I want you to think about your partner who you wish would do something and he doesn't or she doesn't. And you're acting in the fantasy and you're sitting in the fantasy and that's not what's reality, and you're fighting up against it and you're not being able to be with that because you wish it was this way and it should have been that way. I want you to think about all these instances. So if it's not kids and you're not a mother, that's cool. Think about your teacher, how your teacher reacted. Think about how your parents acted. Think about how your, mother-in-law or a friend, it was against what you were wanting. And can you now be with that? And so what happens is we fucking react. So I was reactive. Do you get what I'm saying? As opposed to going, okay, new place, new action. What do I do now? And so some of the stuff that's really, I've been listening to a lot of Eckhart Tolle. I love him, but I love him, but y'all, I gotta be real. His voice sometimes is hard to listen to because I audiobook everything because I'm driving constantly, as I am now. As y'all know, if you've been listening to the podcast, my car is my office. And so I listen to audiobooks, and his audiobooks, he usually reads them himself. Eckhart, I love you, my love, but your voice makes me want to go to sleep. And I probably need to sleep because I'm tired. That's probably what it is. So I struggle sometimes listening to his audiobooks. But he's got a new series with Oprah, good old Oprah, on Super Soul Sundays, where he is explaining in detail and in depth his book called A New Earth. And it is so amazing. And his work is so revolutionary. We've been to see him. We've done some of his work. He is, holy crap. I mean, a sage for the world, literally, a walking angel. He's amazing. And so he was talking about reaction and how, how the awareness of what you're doing is so huge. And y'all know I love talking about awareness and I think some people don't think awareness is a big deal. And I want to tell you what he said. He said that there are 3 levels of something happening, and your awareness and your reaction and your being in the present moment. And I'll tell you what they are. He says, first, let's use my example, because I've already taken you on that story. Let's use my example of me not being okay and being pissed off because my son is awake and he should be sleeping, air quotes, and it should be mom relax time with husband. So now Raven is up, and he says it's the circumstance or the situation that's happening. So that's level 1. You see that Raven is up. My reality has been shifted. Now he's awake. He should be sleeping, but he's fucking up. That's right now what's going on. Level 1. Level 2 of that is my reaction to it. So that's what's true. That's the reality. Raven is awake, past his bedtime, right? Now, part 2 of that is my reaction, which I have a choice how I want to react. And if I react like pissed off and angry and yelling at him and fighting him and being against what he's doing, like war, if I go into defense, right, that's going to cause something. And then the 3rd level is my awareness of all of this happening. So my awareness of the first 2. And I was like, holy shit, that is so good. Because here's what he says. He's like, cool, you're not happy, your kid's awake. Secondary, you're upset, you're not happy about it. The 3rd level, you get to see, because you are the awareness. You're not the reaction. You're not angry. You're not the anger. You're not the yelling. You're not the screaming. You're not the being pissed off. That's not who you are. You're also not the situation. So he goes, if you're not the situation and you're not the anger and the reaction, that's your fucking ego, then who are you? You are the 3rd level. You are the awareness. So you being able to see that, oh my God, Raven's awake. I just got so pissed off at that. I just realized that and saw that. My love, I'm telling you, it sounds like nothing, but this is actually how change happens. When you can actually start to, I do this with the thought work. Y'all know in the podcast, How to Manage Your Mind. This is what I talked about. Before you manage your mind and before you change your thoughts and make better thoughts, you need to know what are they. You need to have awareness of how do you react? What do you think? What is it that you're thinking and how does it make you feel? So that was my How to Manage Your Mind podcast. Please go and check it out if you haven't already, because that one is all about, how you need that awareness, right? So this is the same thing. You get the awareness, he's not asleep, right? And then you get the awareness of, oh my God, look at how I just reacted to that. I just got so pissed off. I just yelled at him. I just got into a fight with my husband and him. And now the whole night is all crazy vibes because of my reaction to this situation. And that awareness, that 3rd step is so huge. It's not going to happen overnight. But little by little, the more you start paying attention and you see that and you can catch it, that means you're being conscious. Consciousness means awareness. Awareness is paying attention. That's all it means. You are now paying attention to how you're acting. You are now paying attention to the things that are triggering you and pissing you off and how you choose to respond. You are paying attention to what is going on. And when you're paying attention, when you are aware, when you are conscious, shit fucking changes. Why? Because before it was autopilot, before it was in your subconscious, before it was a program that ran, before it was an addictive behavior, addiction. That's what the fuck it was. Now you are able to see, oh, look at that. That's an addiction. Oh, look at that. That's a reaction. Oh, shit. That person said that and I just thought that. Interesting. And you look at yourself with curiosity like a child. You do not badger yourself. You do not talk shit about yourself. You don't go into a pity party. Eckhart Tolle's whole thing, which I love everything about him, is all about presence. So think about something you're reacting to. Let's say someone says something to you about your weight, a family member at a party, and you get pissed off and you yell at them. Or let's say your partner says something and it upsets you, and you get angry and you scream, or you throw something, or you yell at that person, or say something you didn't mean. That is you totally reacting to something, right? So how can you not do that when that's what you're always used to doing? Or how can you not do that when you're like, I'm so angry and I'm so pissed off? The thing that he says, which I love, and it's not easy, honey. Like I say everything, none of this shit is easy. That's why, I give it up to all of you that listen and actually try this in your life. And I give it up to myself for doing this work and sharing this work, because it's not easy, right? So here's what it is. He's like, you're not being present. You're not in the present moment. And here's how it looks. Your partner says something to you, it pisses you off, you yell at them and react. Now, your partner said something to you. Whatever they said. How you choose to take it, and this is a hard truth, but how you choose to take it is your perception and the way you're choosing to see it. So if you're seeing it as, it was negative, it pissed me off, and then you're reacting to them, you're reacting to the past, what just happened. Even if it was a second ago, it was the past technically, right? So you're not in the present moment. You are in the past as to what just happened. And when you're in the past, you're dwelling on past things and you're seeing a future based off of what just happened. So now you're in the past or in a far future thinking that the past will happen again. You are not in the present moment. And in the present moment is all you fucking have, right? The now, right this second, and now it's gone. It's in the past again. But that second, how can you react? How can you choose? What do you need to do? So here's some of the tips that have been working for me. On my phone, I love Wim Hof. I don't know if you've heard of him before, but if you haven't, please go check him out. He's so amazing. And he is like this man who does breathing, like he just breathes, amazing breathing techniques. He was able to swim in the Antarctic waters he's got the World Guinness Book of World Records many times, holding his breath the longest, swimming underneath a freaking iceberg the longest, sitting freezing cold water, and he can elevate his temperatures to be his body temperature doesn't shift. Like, he's ridiculous. He climbed fucking Mount Kilimanjaro in his underwear. Like, he's awesome dude. So he teaches a lot of breath techniques, and it's actually transformational the way that he talks about breathing and the breath, and how we don't breathe enough and we don't get enough oxygen into our cells. And this is the cure of disease. And most of the autoimmune shit that we deal with is gut bacteria, right? Our guts are fucked, right, from what we're eating. And what's the other word? Inflammation, right? So most of our diseases and our problems are inflammation, gut bacteria, all of that. So he's saying, like, when you're able to have cold showers and be in the cold, because that's what he's about, and regulate your breath, you can deal with this stuff. And now I'm telling you about him because he's been one of the people who've been able to help me. And my husband introduced me to him. He went and did a workshop of his. And my husband takes really cold showers, even in the winter, which I think is crazy. But now I'm doing it. So it's been amazing. It's amazing for inflammation. It's amazing for your mind. It's amazing to wake you up. I mean, fuck. So I'm sitting here like watching his YouTube videos like crazy and just gaining some knowledge on how to breathe properly, because we take short, chesty breaths when we're in anxiety, or we're feeling anxious, or we're feeling stressed or depressed, or any of that. And that's most of the time. We are fucking in anxiety and stress 70% of the time, which is high stress, right? So Wim Hof breathing, deep breaths. So what I did was I put a screenshot on my phone. I created I use this thing called Word Swag, which is an app, and I created a quote, and it said, just breathe, just breathe, just breathe. That is on my desktop, on my phone, sorry. It's on my phone. And so anytime I'm with my kids, something's happening, I'm reminding myself when I'm driving, like deep, I'm talking make loud noises with your breath, like deep ass breathing. It is so amazing. And now I started doing it at the red light. So I'll sit at the red light. I'll take 10 deep in and 10 deep out. I just go through my nose and out through my mouth. It doesn't matter how you get the air in. He goes, just get it through the holes and stick it out another hole. That's what he says. He's so funny. And so you're just breathing more. So just literally reminding myself to breathe more has helped me have a little bit of space. Yoga is number 2. Yoga has fucking changed my world. Now, you're like, I don't like yoga. Cool, don't like yoga. It's fucking my thing. That's my thing. You like swimming. Go for a walk. Walk the dogs. Whatever your thing. Hike. Run. Whatever your thing is. I found my thing. I'm 36 years old, about to be 36 in June. I just found yoga. I know about yoga. I've done yoga before, but I just found yoga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I found it. Like, yoga for me is meditation on the mat. Laying down on the mat, holding poses, sweating, being in my body. I'm not in my head in yoga. I'm in my body. I'm in the breath. Doing something mindful for yourself on a daily basis, or at least 3 times a week, is going to give you more space in your mind to not fucking react. You're reacting because you have no space. You're pushed to the edge of the brink and you're just fucking cracking the shits. And you're not thinking about what you're doing. You're just going, rah! Right? You're just loose cannon at the time. And so, I tell you, as a mother, my son, my toddler, holy shit, he is here on purpose. He's like, oh, you got issues with anger, Mom? Okay, cool. You think you're all cool and fucking conscious with your podcast, all queen of confidence shit? I'm here to show you, bitch. And he is literally here to remind me that I am not everything I think I am. Like, he's here to remind me that I still got shit to do. And I know that, but oh my God, does he remind me even more. And so the invitation is, look at these people in your life that, air quotes, trigger you. Are they here to help you? Even if they're assholes, like, are they here? I'm not saying my son's an asshole. He's in a little shit sometimes, but is he here to help me? Yes, he is. And if I allow this situation in motherhood to grow me and to shift me, and I'm telling you, I used to react and yell at him, and I've smacked him before. I've done all kinds of things that I'm not proud of with him. I've yelled, I've snapped at him, I've raised my voice, and I'm still no freaking Mother Teresa, right? Like, literally. But I will get upset with him, and now I realize I'm like, So what happens when he says something or does something? I have a choice because I've got a little bit of space in my mind. Not a lot, but I've got some. And I'm like, okay, do I have to react to that? No. And I'm like, okay, Raven, that's fine. Cool. And I will walk away, or I'll be like, honey, I need your help right now. I have to go. Like, you need to take over. So I know when to ask my husband to take over, or my mother-in-law, or I know when to walk away. And I never knew that. I know you're like, oh, that's common sense, duh, probably. But I never knew that. Like, I was like, no, I'm going to stick it out. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep doing it. But what's the point if I'm pissed off to keep pushing that? And he's a toddler. What's the point if your partner's angry and you're pushing it? There's not going to get any resolvement there. Maybe you need to walk away. Maybe you need a moment. Maybe you need some peace for yourself. Maybe you need to go for a drive. Whatever you need to do. Maybe you need them. Maybe they need space and you need to give them that space. My husband's like that. I can't go into conversations with him when he's fighting and angry because I want to deal with it right now. And he's like, I need a fucking minute. Shut up. Leave me alone. And so I have to respect that. Does it make sense? So you need some more mind space. You need to breathe more. You need the awareness. The awareness is number one. If that's all you got, is that you notice yourself losing your shit 5 times a day, you're like, wow, I lose my shit a lot. That's awesome. Just that alone, just you realizing, number one, knowing that you want to change it, huge. Number 2, realizing and having the awareness and being open to the fact that, yep, I just did that. Okay, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Okay, next time will be better. And not fucking giving yourself a pity party, not making it a big deal, not saying, I'm so bad, I'm so shit. That's you indulging in your own bullshit, right? Don't do that. Because that doesn't help. And that's a whole nother podcast. But don't do that. What you need to do is catch it. Catch it and go, okay, there it is again. Okay, cool. Take a breath. It'll stop. Catch it. It'll stop. Catch it. You can't change anything if you're not paying attention and catching it first. I'm telling you right now, I'm not the best mother in the world. I'm not the happiest person in the world with my kids. I'm not the least fucking reactive mother in the world. No way. But I am way better than I was 2 months ago. I'm way better than I was yesterday. And that is all that you can help and hope for yourself, is that you are better at the reacting. You're better than you were last time. You're going to fuck shit up. Allow yourself to, honey. Tell yourself, I'm going to try and I may fuck this up, but I'm not going to give up trying this. And one day this will get really good and I will be amazing at this and this won't be a problem for me. That's my mantra with anger. That's my mantra. And every time I do something, I'm like, oh God, okay. I needed to do that because clearly I haven't learned my lesson yet, and I'm not wanting to do this again. So I'm going to allow myself the lesson, and next time I'm going to do better, and next time I'm going to try harder. And that's it. You keep going, you keep trying, you keep evolving. It's fucking evolution. You innovate yourself. So give yourself a break, but also catch what you're doing and that you're wanting to change. Do some writing around it. Implement some systems for yourself. Use those 3 or 4 tips that I gave you to see if you can get your reacting down pat and deciding that, you know what, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that angry person. And now I listen to everything I can. I listen to Eckhart Tolle. I listen to podcasts. Keep listening to podcasts. Listen to good shit that helps you remember to be kind, that helps you remember not to react, that helps you remember that you need the awareness and the consciousness. Listening to Eckhart Tolle makes me feel like I'm Mother Teresa. I'm like, hi, everybody, kind and peace. Hello, hello. Somebody cut me off today, and I was like, it's okay. That's all good. Namaste, motherfucker. You know? Like, I was good. So listen to this shit because this is the reminder. And I highly recommend, if you haven't listened already to Eckhart Tolle, check him out. Eckhart Tolle, he is amazing. His book, A New Earth, his book, The Power of Now. He's got lots of free videos. Right now he's on the Super Soul Sundays podcast with Oprah, and they're doing an in-depth series. So if you don't want to read the book or you don't want to listen to the audio, you can listen to these interviews. So many insights. Oh my God, it's amazing, you guys. So that is it from me today. I hope that you have a freaking amazing day, an amazing week. I thank you deeply. I just hope you understand that this is no bullshit. I am so grateful for your ears. I am so grateful that you took the time to listen to my ass and to nod your head and go, during the podcast and be like, hell yeah. Thank you so much. And I honor you. I acknowledge and I honor you for doing this work. It is not easy, but it is fucking worth it, and you are doing it. So I am so proud of you, honey. High five. Sending you a virtual love, hug, and kisses. And we will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for listening. I so appreciate your time, your ears, your support, your love, your questions. Please connect. You can head over to Instagram at The Queen of Confidence or Facebook at The Queen of Confidence and hit me up. Or if you're not on Facebook or Instagram, email me, y'all. My email is erica@thequeenofconfidence.com. I cannot wait to hear from you. I thank you. I love you. This podcast is for you. Go out there and be great, y'all.